Welcome to Christian Outreach Centre. I would like to share with you today some exciting things that we are seeing God do across the nations today.
My name is Randeep Matthews and I oversee the work of COC in Northwest India. India is really growing, especially the Northwest India where I'm based. We're based in Chandigarh and we're working in 5 states of Northwest India. And God is moving so powerfully over there. This Pentecost, we were able to baptize about 65,000 people. We have another group of disciples who are into 5th generation. We are over 30,000 disciples who are being trained to win 3 million of the population of Himachal Pradesh, which is 50% of the population. So uphold us in your prayers. May God bless you all.
I am Pastor Roger from Serbia. I'm part of COC, and with COC and with God, we can do faster and bigger things than before. I'm glad that God is moving in Serbia. We see in just few years what other people, other generation before us saw for many years. Just in 4 years we planted a church that has now 80 people. If you consider that mega church in Serbia is 150 and that these churches exist for almost 50-60 years, we are really doing fine. We also planted 2 churches, and this year we will plant 2 other churches. We believe in COC that we not only in strong local church, but we also believe that we are here to change our nations for Jesus. We opened also Bible Training Center where we have 40 students that are coming every second Saturday. We want to equip them to be soul winning preachers and church planters. And we believe that now is Kairos time for Serbia, time when God will really move very strongly and powerfully among us. We see that God is really moving in this movement, and I am glad that I am part of this great family of God.
Hello, this is Fakhri Hanna from Egypt. Really, we live in exciting days, and this time is the historical days in Egypt. In Egypt and also in all the area. We had a conference in Egypt from this year in the middle of July, and COC Egypt and Middle East really grew. Last conference attended from different countries, from Tunisia, from Algeria, from Syria, from Mauritania, and from Egypt, and we have planned to reach 23 countries in Arab nations. It's 400 million people in Arab nations, which is huge people, and really thirsty for something, thirsty for God. You know, there are some countries didn't hear about Jesus yet, and this is our opportunity to reach them. Please pray for Egypt and Middle East. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Pastor Raju Sundas. I'm the National Chairman of Christian Outreach Center in Nepal, and it's a great honor for me to share some of the things that God has done in our life and some of the ministry highlight that I like to share with you. So, God has been doing very, very significant things in Nepal. Nepal was the only Hindu country in the world for the last 240 years. But when we began to pray and trust God, and God has enabled us to see a mighty move of God in our country. And 3 years ago, God has enabled us to conduct a big Christmas program in our country, and where Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, President, and all the top dignitaries came to attend in the Christmas celebration, and it was telecasted all over Nepal, and almost 5 million people have watched this program. And during that time, for the first time in the history, the prime ministers and home ministers have publicly apologized of the persecution that they have allowed us to go through, and from there they have declared Christmas as a national holiday for the first time in history. And from that day onwards, the huge door for the gospel has opened in our country. Recently, we had one of our gospel program, musical gospel program, the place called Gorkha. We were expecting 400 people, but there were 7,000 people came to hear the gospel for the first time. And God is moving in our country. In the past, it would take 10 years to bring 50 people, but our churches growing with 200 people every 6 months. We are training hundreds and hundreds of leaders every year, and 90% of our graduates are into full-time ministry. The windows of opportunities has opened in our country, and this is the right time to grab this opportunity to touch that nation for Jesus Christ. Thank you very much.
We live in such pivotal days today when God is moving by His Spirit across the nations. And I want to encourage you today to partner with this great move of God's Spirit. Maybe some people can go on a mission trip. That's what I did many years ago that impacted my life so much when I went overseas and saw what God was doing in these other countries. Or maybe God might put one of these places on your heart that you would like to pray consistently for God to be able to move in that place and to raise up labourers for the harvest field. Or maybe you can be able to give financially into this amazing work, because we have many labourers today that are ready in those countries to go into the harvest field. So I want to encourage you today to be a part of the vision. And once again, thanks for being a part of Christian Outreach Centre.